Why do gauge theories look like they add extra variables, only to spend the next chapter deleting them with constraints? In the energy filament theory most gauge freedom is simply a choice of labels for the energy C's phase and texture, while constraints are the physical closure rules the material cannot violate. Think of it like this: you can describe a city by latitude and longitude, or by 3 blocks from the station, or by a map that's rotated so north points sideways. Your numbers change, but the building does not. You can measure temperature in Celsius or Fahrenheit. You can pick sea level from one coastline or another. You can choose where zero is. Gauge is that kind of freedom. But for the internal bookkeeping of fields, you can shift a phase reference, rotate a basis, or reparameterize a potential, and the measurable outcomes stay the same. That's why the deep physical statements in gauge theories are the gauge invariant ones, the closed-loop result, the interference that survives relays, the quantities that don't care which ruler you used. Now, constraints are different. Constraints are not annoying rules added to fix the math. They are the skeleton of consistency. A piece of paper cannot be folded into a shape that demands the same points be both here and there without tearing. Likewise, the energy C cannot satisfy incompatible closure demands without paying an impossible rewiring cost. When a loop must close, windings and closures become discrete options. You can't have half a closure if the structure requires an integer winding to lock. This is why quantized circulation, loop periodicity, and topological stability keep reappearing across very different systems. They're not decorative math. They're what closure looks like in real material organization. And then there are boundaries. Put a system in a cavity, a waveguide, a circuit, or any finite region, and suddenly modes appear or disappear. From an EFT viewpoint that's not mysterious, a boundary is not an innocent background line. It's a real piece of structure that clamps, reflects, and filters relays in the energy C. Build a dam in water and you decide which ripples can stand, which are absorbed, and which routes are forced into narrow channels. Boundary modes are the allowed standing organizations given the skeleton you built. Many gauge headaches in textbook treatments come from mixing two things: a convenient redundant ruler, and a physically active boundary that is not redundant at all. EFT separates them cleanly. Choose any gauge you like for labeling, but treat constraints and boundaries as the real closure and skeleton facts that decide what can persist. Once you stop confusing a change of labels with a change of reality, gauge theory stops looking like an invented puzzle and starts looking like normal engineering. Pick a coordinate system, enforce the closure rules, respect the boundaries, and compute what survives. Next time, we'll connect this to the S matrix and local fields. And you'll see how in and out are just different reporting layers on the same energy C story. Tap follow, share it on New Physics, Clear Universe.